Hello and welcome to 60 Seconds with Sergio. I am your host, Sergio Cabanas, attorney at law here in Florida. Thank you for joining me today. Today's question is very interesting and very common, unfortunately. Today's question is, Sergio, my spouse and I are in the process of separating and it appears that divorce is on the way. However, my spouse is threatening to reduce his or her income in order to gain some type of advantage in the divorce, such as avoiding to pay child support and or alimony. Is there anything I can do to protect myself? Well, first of all, we should take a step back and look at the divorce process itself. Obviously, it involves two parties whose relationship has deteriorated to the point they want to permanently separate. Obviously, there's going to be some arguments, there's going to be some emotions, and oftentimes, as a result of these situations, we find threats, such as one spouse threatening to take the children away, or threatening to leave the other spouse homeless, etc., etc. This question is one of those threats, which is, I'm going to reduce the income in such a way to gain an advantage in the divorce, to avoid paying child support and or alimony, and devastate you from a financial standpoint. More often than not, these are just threats due to a deteriorating relationship and nothing more comes of it. And oftentimes when we file the divorce and we start infusing some of the sanity and the organization of laws and asserting legal rights, that's when we start taking positive steps towards ending the relationship in the most positive way possible, preferably and oftentimes through a settlement. But let's assume for a moment that the spouse wants to make good on their threats. For example, say we have an individual who works as a surgeon, earning $300,000 a year. Suddenly, that surgeon says, I am going to become a landscaper or flip burgers at Burger King and purposely reduce my income because I'd rather do that than to pay one dime in child support or alimony because of whatever. Let's assume that's true. Then the courts will look at every situation on a case-by-case basis to determine whether the spouse is maliciously and voluntarily playing this sort of charade, this game, in order to gain an advantage in the divorce. In this example, the court can't force that surgeon to continue to perform surgery in order to earn the same income. However, the court may say, okay, you can decide to flip burgers at Burger King even though you're a qualified, able-bodied surgeon. You could decide to become a landscaper or play these games to reduce your income, but we're just going to continue to assume you're earning the same income as you did before the divorce. So for the purposes of calculating child support and or alimony or equitable distribution, whatever the issue may be, the court will just assume for these purposes that that person continues to earn the same income they used to earn prior to the divorce. This is just one remedy of many other remedies that the court may use to reach a fair and just result in the divorce. I hope this short video provided you some guidance over this important and frequent threat and question over this important issue. Thank you again for joining me today, and as always, stay informed so you can stay strong.